Hey there guys, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses Redux, the Exodia Challenge Run. Now, of course, today we are going to be taking on Mako after a pretty successful run of duels against Mai, Tristan, and Taya. So I think what we'll do is we will go up against Mako today. His field is extremely open, so I'm a little worried that we're not going to get the same kind of ease of wins that we did against the previous three duelists. So maybe what we're going to want to do is I'm going to have a go against Mako. If we do not succeed, I might go back to Tristan and try and farm a block attack from him that we can add to the deck, and we will then be able to get a reincarnation done as well and see if we can get a couple of trap cards, somehow just to slow Mako down, because I think he might be a problem for us. So without further ado, let's head into this duel. So as I told you, the sea is my element. You haven't got a chance. I think possibly what we might want to do as well is get ourselves a field spell card. So not necessarily to strengthen our limbs, though they are extremely weak, obviously. But if we can get a field spell card out to slow down our opponent's movements, that's really going to help us out as well, so that they can't move 2 spaces. Okay, so we're going to head across to this side, because as soon as we head onto this tile here, we should get the hidden card on this field, which should help us quite a bit. Alright, so we do have Dark Piercing Light, so I'm going to get rid of each of these. And then we will simply pop down our right arm. And then we'll move that into this corner. So yeah, it's basically going to be sitting there with 0 attack, 0 defense. We need to hope that Mako is going to set traps more than anything. So there immediately, he's probably going to set traps because of his AI. So we'll move here. We will get Heavy Storm, which I think will help us out a fair amount in this deck. So we can actually add that after this duel. We do have Magical Labyrinth, but this will not help us. Yeah, it won't help us with no Labyrinth on the field. So that's basically completely useless to us at this point. So what have we got down? We've got the right arm down. So let's go for the right leg. Pop that down over here. And we'll just play like this. We'll see how rapidly he's able to send his cards towards us. Okay, there is something that's been power increased already. Okay, and he's not going to advance in on us, so he is simply going to defend. So that might make this a little bit easier. So left arm, we do not have down yet. So we're basically waiting for one more Exodia part at this point. So left arm of the Forbidden One, we'll move that across to there. And I'm going to keep our deck leader exactly where he is. And just basically set up here in this corner. I do have a feeling that Mako is simply going to set up on us on this open field. I mean, he's going to create a bunch of water. That's not going to make any difference in our lives. He's going to create the smallest of little islands in his bottom right corner. But yeah, so far so good. So we have the right leg, left arm, right arm. So we are basically waiting for the left leg to pop up. And we get the left leg. So that is an easy victory then. So we can actually just pop these all face up. So left leg, right arm, right leg. And we will end our turn. And an easy victory. Yeah, the AI of Duelists of the Roses proving itself yet again to be not fantastic. Because I was expecting a much harder duel there. So I'm hoping that we do end up with some opponents being a little more aggressive later on to give us more of a challenge. I think we will end up with a lot of field challenges, like with Panic. So with Darkness Ruler, with us being trapped by that Labyrinth, we are going to need to rely on drawing Magical Labyrinth and Magical Labyrinth selecting one of the squares that is around us. Because I can't really think of any other spell cards that would really do the job, to get rid of the Labyrinth around us. Not off the top of my head, at least. Because we can't use, we can't use monster cards like Dharma Cannon and things like that to remove it, because we are relying only on Exodia pieces as our only monsters. So there we go. Mako is down and defeated. Exodia obliterates him in a matter of around 4 minutes. So Yeah, again, all we have in the graveyard is his deck leader. So, I mean, I will go for him. Do we go for the 3 in a row? Probably. And we don't get the 3 in a row. Damn it. Okay, but we get Fiend Kraken, which is possibly something to reincarnate. I don't know what deck cost it has, but it's something that we can reincarnate, I guess. So, you're something else I never dreamed I'd lose a duel on the sea. I guess a promise is a promise. I'll deliver you to the shores of Boulogne. And there we go. We now enter France. Success. And we can then add Heavy Storm into our deck. We can get rid of one of those useless monsters that we have. And we do have Joey. Now, if I remember right, Joey is a bit aggressive, I think. And we only really have like one labyrinth tile to hide behind. So yeah, so let's get rid of a monster in here. Probably the best thing to do is going to be to get rid of something with the highest deck cost. Not that we have a very high deck cost deck to begin with, but basically so that we keep everything to these 3 summoning stars to make it easy as possible for us to throw that out of our hand. So yeah, so Heavy Storm destroys all spell cards in the field. Could be pretty useful, depending on who we're up against. I mean, against Mako, it would have been pretty useful to get rid of Aqua Chorus and things like that. Cool, so let's drop a save here, and we will head straight into Joey, and then of course after this duel we will be able to do a reincarnation, although we don't have any high deck cost cards to speak of. So yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. I don't know if Thousand Dragon drops in the slots, I don't really remember. But I think he might have a couple of dragons that will drop for us. So we'll see. If we can get a couple of high deck cost cards from Joey, that would be pretty nice. But yeah, again, we're going to need to rely basically on whatever he uses as fusion material. So it's going to be difficult to get high deck cost cards without hitting 3 in a row. So we do get Heavy Storm. So we can move forward and grab the treasure here, which is Grave Robber, which might be pretty useful as well, depending on what we go up against. And we don't really have anything that we can really make use of here. So let's just get rid of everything that we have. Do we keep Heavy Storm? I don't know if he's going to really play spell cards that are going to cause us problems. Maybe we just filter through for our magic or our Exodia pieces as much as we can. Okay, so he is going to stand back with Thousand Dragon. The worrying thing with Thousand Dragon is that he does have the movement boost. His cards also have movement boost, obviously. So I think he did power increase that. Let me just double check in his graveyard. Yeah, so he has popped a Gust Fan on that, so it is a wind type monster. I'm guessing maybe Parrot Dragon. I don't want to pop that up because then it's going to get the 2-spot movement boost. So yeah, so we have got 2 left legs here. So let's just get rid of these. Yeah, so let's get rid of these and just try and kind of back ourselves into a corner as much as we can. Yeah, so let's do this. Basically, I want him to keep his cards face down if we can manage that. So let's move our Dark Piercing Light there to basically bait him out a bit. Maybe we're going to want to move our deck leader across to this side of the field. Yeah, not too much to speak of here again. Okay, so we've got the left leg. Let's summon on this side of us. So we'll get rid of all of this. And then we'll pop down the right arm. And we'll just keep that exactly where it is. We'll see what direction he's going to move in. We're going to want to try and slow him down as much as possible, but I'm getting a little worried that he's just... Oh, and look at all these power increases. Yeah, I'm getting a little worried that he's simply going to just move in on us rapidly. Okay, so he seems to be going across to our left-hand side, so I'm going to keep moving us across to the right. We do have some decoy cards that we can use as well. Maybe I'm going to want to... Do I want to keep this Dark Piercing Light here? Then he can move that into that. Or Maybe we move it there and we'll see if he's going to fall for that and chase that card. And then we will summon... Okay, we have the right arm, we have the left leg. So we do have the right leg now in our hand. So yeah, so let's do this. So we've got our right leg ready to go there, and we'll simply stay here in this little corner of ours. Oh, his deck leader is right on top of us. Okay, so this is super scary. I actually don't know what to do here. And yeah, we don't have anything that we can use. Okay, so maybe we're gonna want to... Yeah, we're gonna want to try to bait him into attacking a different card, possibly. So let's summon here. We'll simply summon a fake trap. Summon a fake trap in front of us. Move that forward. We'll try to get him to keep chasing this dark piercing light. And if we can get him to basically attack into our deck leader rather than attack our parts, I guess. So if we can summon the correct card on the next turn, then we can maybe summon our parts on either side of us and hope that he's going to go for a direct attack on our deck leader. So let's attempt that, depending on what we draw on the next turn. But I think that this might be a problem. Because his deck leader has so much movement boost. Yeah, so he is going to go for that Dark Piercing Light. So now he's... Yeah, okay, so we've got a Duel out in the field. Alright, so he hasn't actually gone for the fake trap. Okay, so we have drawn the right arm, which we do not need. So we have got Bear Trap that we can send around the field. So I don't want to summon anything else too near his deck leader, because at this point he doesn't seem to be perceiving this card as a threat, so he's not attacking it. So I'm actually going to keep this set up exactly as we have it and hope that he's not going to attack into our cards. But yeah, this is... Okay, yeah, he's going to summon and attack into our piece next to us, isn't he? Let's see, I'm hoping he's going to attack the fake trap. Okay, no, so he's going to go into defense mode. Maybe we are going to want to move these pieces if we can. Okay, so we've gotten our left arm that we were waiting for. The real question is, you see, I don't know if this is a trap card or what it is. Now I've got to decide if I'm going to move this fake trap into that to see what it is. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so it was a trap. Well, a spell or a trap. Let's see what it was. Okay, so it was actually a Toon World. So what we can do is let's move our right arm here. Our right leg here. Then what we'll do is we'll move... We do have Magical Labyrinth as well, but that would just move this Labyrinth square here. So let's move our Bear Trap here. This can get rid of Duel. And then do we just go for summoning this piece? Maybe we gotta just go for it and hope that he doesn't attack our cards necessarily. And that he's simply... Yeah, let's do this. So we'll pop these up. Oh god, we can't. Okay, well that was a mistake on my part. Okay, let's move here and hope that he's going to attack into our deck leader, and then on the next turn we can flip everything face up. I made a huge mistake here. Huge error. Okay, so he's going to knock out his own Duel. Depending on how much attack his monster has, we can still maybe get away with this. Okay, so he's actually not going to attack in on that. So we should be fine to flip these face up now. Yeah, I don't even want to summon anything else at this point. I don't want to move our deck leader. I don't want to risk moving this fake trap across there. So yeah, I'm gonna stay just like this. He can attack into us directly if he likes, but I think that we're safe. Unless he's gonna summon over that winged dragon, which no, he won't. He's not gonna sacrifice it. Yes, he's gonna attack in on the fake trap. So there is 1,000 dragon, but it's gonna be one turn too late. Exodia is going to be summoned. Awesome, yes. So there we go. And look at how nicely that worked out aesthetically. The legs on the correct side, the arms on the correct side. Completely unintentional, but really cool. Oh, okay, well that was pretty close. I feel like I won a turn too late. I could have definitely won the turn before, but I didn't even think about flipping the cards up, and I exposed our Exodia pieces a turn too early as well, so I've got to keep that in mind. I got away with it this time, but could have been a bit of a rookie error. So yeah, all his dragons are going to fall. Bye. So we should have a couple of cards to aim for in his graveyard. We'll see what is available. So yeah, Niwatori and Parrot Dragon. Parrot Dragon will be nice to reincarnate, so... Oh, we don't get it. I'm going to aim to try and get it. Yes, we do get Parrot Dragon, and whatever we get next doesn't really matter, so... Niwatori and Parrot Dragon. So I think that what I'm going to do is, I'm going to obviously jump. I'm going to do a bit of a jump cut. And I'm going to end this episode by doing our reincarnation, so you guys can see what we get from that, and hopefully get amped for the next episode when we go and take on, who's next? Is it Bakura or Grandpa? I think it's Grandpa, right? Oh no, it's Shadi, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to be taking on Shadi in the next episode. So yeah, I'm going to drop a save here. I'm going to quickly do our reincarnation and see how that goes, and I'm going to see you guys after the jump. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I hope you'll agree that I made a good decision here. So I feel like Dark Piercing Light was not helping us out all that much, purely because we do want to keep our our opponent's cards face down if we can, if they're on if they're on a playing field where they get a movement boost. So by flipping them up with Dark Piercing Light, that doesn't really help us out too much in any case. It's not like we're attacking in on them, so whether the cards are face down or not, we more need to monitor their position on the field. So I reincarnated Dark Piercing Light so that we would have more of a chance of getting spell or trap cards, because it is a spell card itself. So from that, I did get one monster card, a machine attacker, I believe, but I also got a paralyzing potion, which is going to be awesome for, basically stopping any attacking monsters dead in their tracks. And I also got an acid trap hole, which is going to basically trigger against monsters with attack of 4,000 or below, which should be a lot of what is attacking in on us, and we can stop those attacks dead in their tracks. So I think that is a pretty decent addition. I've also added Grave Robber into the deck as well. With that, we can also actually bring back Paralyzing Potion if we need, to paralyze a second monster as well. So all in all, we're getting a couple of spells and traps into the deck. I think that it's getting gradually a little bit stronger. And yeah, we still have a lot of dead weight, but we'll slowly get rid of that. We will slowly get rid of that and build a good deck out of this. And so far, so good. We've gotten the victories that we've needed. So on that note, I'm going to bid you guys a farewell. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like. Let me know what you think of everything in the comments down below. I love hearing you guys' feedback. And of course, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I do upload every day, and I try to bring you guys the best Yu-Gi-Oh content that I can. So thank you very much to you guys who have stuck with me. I'm glad that you are enjoying the series so far, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. And until then, bye for now.